carefulness and excellence. So these are virtues that you can add to your life. Carefulness is the next one I want to hit really good. Carefulness, I have a character trait of hastiness. I've always been very hasty. I've always been very quick to jump on situations, to do things quickly. And sometimes that comes with, unfortunately, more accident or more mistakes, right, in the process. You do things hastily. My dad always taught me be prompt, do things right when I tell you. But I had moved it a lot of times in my life to hastiness, which got me in a lot of scenarios where I made more mistakes. So a little bit of balance to promptness would be caution, right? Would be carefulness and taking careful, consideration on things. So carefulness is a quality of giving close attention, thought, and caution to tasks or situations to avoid mistakes, to avoid danger, to avoid harm. This involves thoroughness, conscientiousness. See, I'm preaching. Thank you, Preacher Donna, right? And foresight in actions. So carefulness takes a little foresight, right? And that's what we talk to the leaders, people who are working in the church. Think about what you're going to teach and what you're going to do on Saturday before you get here on Sunday. Think about, be careful to prepare and be very thoughtful about things. But carefulness is also in our daily living, especially we can be careful to make sure that we're kind of planning things in a good way. I don't know about you, but oftentimes I would put myself in, getting to some situation or getting to a meeting where I would give myself an amount of time that was nowhere possible for me to make it in that possibility. You know what I'm saying? I would always show up at things 10 minutes late, and I'd be like, well, I gave myself 15 minutes. That's all it takes to drive there. But you guys know how it is. It's like something comes up, that red light stays red a little longer, and that yellow or that orange light that you ran through had a cop right there. So there's a lot of stuff that being careful is helpful. I used to hear this, and I didn't understand the wisdom of it, but it's better to be a live chicken than a dead duck, right? That's that good old West Virginia humor, right? I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead duck. I didn't know what the heck that meant, but now I do, right? Carefulness, being wise, taking your time. Carefulness is, taking care to handle things and avoid mistakes and avoid danger and avoid harm. So as I said, I'm at war with hastiness. Key aspects of being careful. Carefulness is caution, being attentive to potential danger or error. Thoroughness, right? Being thorough, performing tasks with great detail and thoughtfulness, consideration for things. We definitely in the holidays we kind of get kind of where we're doing so much, we kind of get just giving gift cards out. And I'm not saying a gift card isn't a good thing, but sometimes it's just we're not able to be as careful and thoughtful about stuff because we're overwhelmed, and sometimes it takes ability for us to back up a little bit and say, all right, let me consider this. And a gift card's a good gift, don't get me wrong, but sometimes we know if we were thoughtful about it or if we were hasty about it. And I'm sure the receiver doesn't care, but they're happy to get the gift. But we know if we were, how we were handling that. And attentiveness in caution or carefulness is caution and attentiveness. And we'll go there a little bit later in one of the virtues as well. Paying close attention to what you're doing to avoid accidents or damage. So this is something in jobs, when you're doing bookkeeping like Miss Jenny does for the church and like Miss Vicky's done through the years for her churches, different things, you have to be very attentive and careful with pulling things together. And, as you anybody that's a CPA or any type of finance person, that couple of pennies off can just drive them berserk, right? It's like, where is that 75 cents, right, Jenny? Where's that 5 cents or whatever? And it's thankful when it was found, but that's the idea of carefulness in the process, because even the lady Jesus gave the talents sermon, I believe it's Luke 15, when he talked about the one lady who had the coins and she lost the one coin, and how she searched diligently through the house until she found the coin. So carefulness is essential, especially in things that we that we deal with. So I always joke about this when Toby or Taylor get something in the. Anybody get orders from Amazon, or anybody get boxes from Amazon? So where is this country called Fragile? Anybody know where Fragile is? It's fragile, right? It's fragile. It's just a joke that everybody. I thought it was close to Italy, right? Fragile. But that's why do they put fragile on there? Because they want you to be what? Careful, right? And be careful with it. A doctor's careful examination of a patient, right? Carefully examine. My son does the vac truck, so he's got a big piece of equipment that he has to suck all this dirt out of the ground, and this pipe and these things can really hit and get bumping and moving if you're not careful. And I'm sure Brother Darrell has those times when he's laying brick and different things, and as John did when he was working on cars, there's things you have to be careful about. You get into doing painting on cars or detailing, or you go too deep in that beautiful clear coat, and you got to repaint something, and it's tough. So you got to be very careful and attentive to things. So also in our conversations, right, there's carefulness in the way we respond, in the way we detail something, in the way we communicate with one another. Sometimes we're careless instead of careful in that. So be careful, right? Amen.